Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. One more time. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. We continue on page 3, and the confirmation class has asked a few people they've chosen to honor a few people that are important to them. First of all, everyone who's here, but they said that they wanted the people who were their teachers over the years to honor them by helping us by blessing the candles tonight. So those who could attend tonight, I'm going to call up Bethany and Diane and Kathy and Amy and Rebecca. And they've also asked to honor last year's confirmation class, and those who could attend tonight are Garrett, Grant, and Grayson. It's a very alliterative group. So we're going to invite all of those people to come up here as we turn to page 3, and I ask everyone to please rise. Now notice, by the way, that the words are a little bit different than just on Shabbat because we're blessing Shabbat and Yom Tov candles.
On this day, we would see the world in a new light.
On this day, we would add new spirit to our lives.
On this day, we would taste a new time of peace.
We would rest from desire for gain, ambition for things.
We would raise our eyes to look beyond time and space toward eternity.
Oh, may we come to see the world in a new light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat v'shel Yom Tov. We continue with the Kiddush at the bottom of the page, so we need Grant and Garrett and Grayson to pick up their wine cups, please. And get close, swap. Teachers move over and Kiddush people go closer. Can the teachers move over to the center more and let the Kiddush people get in front? Thank you very much. Appreciate that. You're good. Thank you.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen. On the top of page 4.
Praise are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Amen.
Praised are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who has chosen us from among the peoples, exalting us by hallowing us with mitzvot. In your love, Adonai our God, you have given us Shavuot, of rest, feast of gladness, and seasons of joy. This Shabbat day and this festival of Shavuot, season of our receiving Torah, a sacred occasion, a remembrance of the exodus from Egypt. For you have chosen us from all peoples, and consecrated us to your service, and given us Shabbat, a sign of love and favor, and the festivals, a time of gladness and joy. Praise are you, Adonai our God, who sanctifies Shabbat, Israel, and the festivals.
Amen. L'chaim. You are welcome to be seated. Please say Shabbat Shalom to someone you came in with. Shabbat Shalom to someone you didn't come in with.
You're sunburned.
Yeah, life burn at the pool gets you.
You got it. Everybody get a Shabbat Shalom? Everybody? Shabbat Shalom? Shabbat Shalom? Shabbat Shalom? Shabbat Shalom? Shabbat Shalom? We read together at the bottom of page 4. O God, we have come to your sanctuary to seek your vision. Speak to us, we pray, with the still small voice of your Spirit. Speak to us of faith and hope. If our lives have become shallow, deepen them. If our principles have become shabby, repair them. If our ideals have become tarnished, restore them. If our hopes have become faded, revive them. If our loyalties have grown dim, brighten them. If our values have become confused, clarify them. If our purposes have grown blurred, sharpen them. If our horizons have become narrowed, widen them. Make us worthy instruments of your will, and help us to live the words we pray. I invite the parents and the grandparents of the confirmands to stand, and the confirmands to stand, please. I want you to notice how many parents and grandparents we have here. It is an amazing thing. We have a number of families with many generations here, and what a blessing this is. So parents and grandparents, please join me. God says, "Turn to me and live."
And we, the people, answer, "All that you have spoken, we will do."
God says, "I make this covenant with you, but also with those who will come after you."
And we, the people, answer, "We will do and we will listen."
God says, "Love one another as yourself."
And we, the people, answer, "We are here, we are ready."
And we say together, we'll read the translation first. "Blessed are you, O eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who has granted us life, sustained us, and permitted us to celebrate this joyous occasion. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Amen. You may be seated.
Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'amad yivrach hirtei v'yamlich malhutei. B'chayehon uvyomechon uv'chayeh d'chol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala, ba'agala, uvizman kariv v'meru.
Amen. Yehesh merava mevarach. Me'alam u'al me'almaya.
Yitbarach v'yishabach v'yitba'ar v'yitraman v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei kudusha
Brichu.
le'almim kol berhata v'shir hata
Tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma.
v'yimeru.
Amen.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach La'olam Va'ed.
As day departs, as the dark of night descends, we lift our eyes to the heavens. In awe and wonder, our hearts cry out.
Eternal God, how majestic is your name in all the earth.
An infinite universe, who can know it? What mind can fathom it? We look out to the endless suns and ask, what are we? What are our dreams and our hopes? What are we that you are mindful of us? What are we that you should care for us?
And yet within us abides a measure of your spirit.
You are remote, but oh how near, ordering the stars in the vast solitude of the dark, yet whispering in our minds that you are closer than the air we breathe. For you have made us little less than divine, and crowned us with glory and honor. With love and awe we turn to you, and in the dark of the evening we seek the light of your presence.
One and only God, you have made each of us unique and formed us to be united in one family of life. Be with us, Eternal One, as we seek to unite our lives with your power and your love.
We proclaim now your oneness and our own hope for unity. We acclaim your creative power in the universe and in ourselves, the law that binds world to world and heart to heart.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Ba'ed.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Anochi mitzavacha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'divarta bam V'shivtecha b'betecha, u'v'lechtecha b'derech, u'v'shokbacha, u'v'komecha, u'kshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu latotafot bein enecha, u'v'tavtam al mezuzot beitecha, u'v'sharecha. Leman tizkiru, v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, V'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotziti etchem me'etz Mitzrayim, le'hiyot lachem le'Elohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Adonai Elohechem emet. You shall love your eternal God with all your heart,
with all your mind, with all your being.
The path to the love of God is through the love of others. I do not love God until I love my neighbor as myself.
Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart.
Jewish faith unites mind and heart. Even as my mind seeks to understand life meanings, so may my life show love for all the created things.
Teach them faithfully to your children.
Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up.
We do not teach our children by words alone. May I make my life and action into good teachings. For in my conduct I must exemplify the Torah.
Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates.
Let my home glow with the beauty of your heritage. Let my doors be opened wide to wisdom and your righteousness.
Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God.
Each mitzvah is a way to holiness. The mitzvot elevate our humanity. Let me learn to use them to magnify the divine in myself and in the world.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha v'eda b'kodesh. Norati lo dosef ele, norati lo dosef ele. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
V'ne'emar, and it has been said, the Eternal One delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hand of one stronger than ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai, Gaal Yisrael. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Blessed is the guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world. Vishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם.
וידבר משה את מעשה Adonai el bnei Yisrael. Then Moses taught the people of Israel to celebrate God's festivals.
Please rise. We're in the middle of page 10.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'koneh Hakol, V'zocher Hasei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Geula livnei v'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah.
Let us praise Adonai, source of knowledge and light, from whom we draw wisdom and insight.
Let us savor the fullness of each and every day and fill our souls with the treasures of Shabbat. And let us appreciate these distinctions: sacred from profane, charity from greed, purpose from drift.
Let us affirm our covenant as God's people. Let us honor those who study Torah. Let us uphold the truth of ongoing revelation.
Let us celebrate the glory of our tradition and draw refreshment from the wellsprings of prayer. Let us respect tradition and encourage creative faith.
And let us dress ourselves in the garments of gold, compassion for the needy, embrace of the stranger, and to spread the canopy of peace over all the world.
You are holy, your name is holy, and those who strive to be holy praise your name every day. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. Praise be you, eternal God, the God of holiness.
You have chosen us in love and favor by making us holy through your mitzvot and drawing us close to your service, that through us your great and holy name may become known in all the earth.
Eternal God, you have given us Shabbatot of rest, feasts of gladness, and seasons of joy. This Shabbat day and this festival of Shavuot, season of our receiving Torah, to unite in worship and recall the exodus from Egypt. Zochrenu Adonai Eloheinu bo letovah, this day remember us for well-being. Ufokdenu bo levracha, this day bless us with your nearness. V'hoshienu bo lechaim, this day help us to a fuller life. Bestow upon us the blessing of your holy festivals, our God and God of ages past. Sanctify us with your mitzvot, and let your Torah be our way of life.
May our rest on this day be pleasing in your sight. Satisfy us with your goodness, gladden us with your salvation, and purify our hearts to serve you in truth. Let us celebrate your holy festivals with joy and gladness, that all Israel, hallowing your name, may have cause to rejoice. Blessed is the Eternal, who hallows the house of Israel, Shabbat, and the festivals.
Look with favor, O Eternal our God, to your people Israel, and may our service be acceptable to you. You are close to all who call upon you. Turn now to your servants, and be gracious to us. Fill us with the knowledge that you are near to all who seek you in truth. Let our eyes behold your presence in our midst, and in the midst of your people in Zion. Blessed is the Eternal, whose presence gives life to Zion and all Israel.
Eternal source of good, we give thanks for the numberless gifts and blessings that fill our days, for life itself and its endless variety, for all that sustains body and mind, for love and friendship, for the delights of the senses, and for the excellence of your Torah, which deepens our life and enriches our days. Teach us, God of wonders, to work for a just and compassionate society, where all may share your gifts in the joy of freedom.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki Atahu Melech Hador Lekol HaShalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov be'enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim.
Baruch atah Adonai hamevarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. Blessed is the Eternal, the source of peace. This time in our service, you have a moment to say the prayers that are in your heart, or the prayer that the confirmation class chose at the bottom of page 13. Take a moment of silent prayer. That was you. I remember that was you just a few minutes ago, the ones who had to talk during services. It's amazing how quickly those people become these people. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom bimrumav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru, imru, amen. On page 14, we begin our Torah service. I have to say, on Shavuot, this is arguably the most amazing event that has happened in all of history, is when we stood at Sinai and we received the law. And this is what we reenact each time. This is why we have confirmation now, so that they remember what it feels like to stand at Sinai, have God give us the law, and receive the law. It is an awesome moment, and I hope you feel the kind of awe that they have been feeling as they've been getting ready for this service. We begin on page 14. It was an awesome moment.
Assembled at the mountain, our people still bent from oppression, found you, found your Torah, found your truth, and embraced the destiny that has shaped worlds.
Help us still to shape the world according to your will. Help us to teach and to learn, to hear your word anew, and to find in it our path to goodness and truth. As the ark is open, please rise. In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. Havu godel Eloheinu utnu chavod laTorah. Let us declare the greatness of our God and give honor to the Torah. Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, udevar Adonai mirushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael bekedushato. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad, echad Eloheinu, gadol Adonenu, kadosh Shemo. So before we continue with the bottom line on page 14, if you're under 10 years old, I'm going to ask you to please come up here. If you're under 10, come on up. Come on. Because we need you to be part of our parade. If you want to be part of the parade, would you open up those bottom doors, please? Come here. Owen, open that up. Open up. Grab one. Go ahead. I hope we have enough for everybody, but grab a Torah. Come on. You snooze, you lose. You snooze, you lose. There may be enough. There may not be enough. Let's see. You have enough? Yay. All right. Ready? So you're going to have to get in the, you can close that up, and you can get in the back of the parade after we say, Gadlu l'Adonai iti u'neromim hashemo yachdav. O magnify the Eternal One with me. Together let us exalt God's name. We sing and we march on page 15. There's a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to them that go fast to it. All its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom. It is a tree. Oh, I don't know. Then the whole fast to it. Bigger buildup. Supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. We're happy. So this does not happen very often. I was reminded that I think it's happened at least once in the past 15 years. But the students from the confirmation class are going to read the Torah for you in the Hebrew and the English. And we have two students here who did not do a bar bat mitzvah ceremony, and they are going to bless the Torah today, which, as you know, is one of the things that signify that they are a bar bat mitzvah, and they are getting to do the honor today of the blessing. So, who's our first reader? Come on up. Show them where they're kissing. Touch and kiss. This is so exciting. Hold on to your Torah. And ready? Go.
Baruch et Adonai HaMavorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMavorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Notei HaTorah.
Amen. Hold on. Wait. Open, open, open. Open, 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 open. Open, open.
Vaydaber Elohim et kol hadivarim ha'ele lemor. Anohi Adonai Elohecha asher hosetiha me'eret Mitzrayim midbeit avadim.
God spoke all these words, saying,
Keep going. More. Go more.
I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Lo Yehieh Lecha, Elohim Anochim Al Panai. Lo Te'aseh Lecha Fesel V'chol Temunah. Asher Bashamayim Mima'al Va'asher Ba'aretz Mitachat Va'asher Ba'mayim Mitachat La'aretz. Lo Tishtachaveh Lahem V'lo Te'ovdem. Ki Anochi Adonai Elohecha El Kana. Poked Avon Avot. Al Banim, Al Shilashim, Va'al Rebeim Lasona'ai. Va'oseh Chesed la'alafim, la'ohavai, u'l'shomrei mitzvotai.
You shall have no other gods besides me. You shall not make for yourself an image of anything in the heavens above, or on the earth below, or in the waters under the earth. You shall not worship them or serve them, for I, the eternal your God, am a demanding God, visiting the guilt of the parents upon the children, upon the third and fourth generations of those who reject me, but showing kindness to thousands of generations of those who love me and keep my commandments.
Lo tisa et Shem Adonai Elohecha l'shav, ki lo yenake. I don't. Oh my gosh, I went
You
to the
skipped
wrong
the wrong
one.
one, so that's
Sorry.
why. It's easier to read when you're looking at the right
Okay.
words. Yenake.
Yenake Adonai et Asher Yisa et Shemo l'shav.
You shall not swear falsely by the name Adonai your God, for Adonai will not clear one who swears falsely by the name Adonai.
Zechor et Yom HaShabbat likadsho. Sheshet yamim ta'avod va'asita kol melachtecha. Vayom hashvi'i Shabbat Adonai Elohecha. Lo ta'aseh kol melacha. Ata uvincha ubitzacha abdecha va'amtecha
V'hemtecha.
v'chemtecha v'gercha asher
Bisharecha.
bisharecha. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashemayim ve'et haaretz. Et hayam ve'et kol asher bam. V'yanach bayom hashvi'i al ken berach Adonai et yom hashvi'i hashabat v'yakadshehu.
Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. 6 days shall you labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of your eternal God. You shall not do any work, you, your son or daughter, your servants, your domestic animals, or the stranger in your community. For in 6 days God made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is in them, and God rested on the seventh day. Therefore God blessed the seventh day and called him holy.
Okay. Kabed et avicha ve'et imecha lema'an yarichun yamecha. Al ha'adamam asher Adonai Elohecha noten lach.
Honor your father and your mother, that you may long endure in the land that God gives to you.
Lo titach,
You shall not murder.
lo tin'af,
You shall not commit adultery.
lo tignov,
You shall not steal.
lo ta'aneh v'reach, v'reacha, en shaker,
You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor.
lo
Tachmud.
tachmod beit reyecha. Lo tachmod beit reyecha. Is it
There
right
it
here?
is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Confusing.
Sorry. Go?
Yeah.
Okay. Lo tachmod eshet reyecha. V'avdo. V'amto. V'sharo. V'hamaro. V'chol asher la.
You got this.
No.
Yes, you do.
L'reach.
Yes, you did.
You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's spouse, servants, cattle, nor anything that belongs to your neighbor.
Okay, touch and kiss. Not you.
No,
Everybody
not
else.
me.
The two, the blessers. Close up. Hold on.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'hayom natan b'kol. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. That was awesome. Awesome. So now I have a blessing for all of you. Can I have the cover for a second, please? Thank you. We didn't practice this part because you didn't have to say anything, but we're going to cover this up for one moment, and I'm going to bless all of you. So get close to the Torah, please. Everyone who had a Torah honor, which is, may the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless our confirmands, since they have come up to the Torah in honor of God and Torah. May they merit from the Holy One of blessing, protection, rescue from any trouble or distress, from any illness, minor or serious. May God send blessing and success in their every endeavor, together with all Israel and all the world. And let us say, Amen. So now I have to get my guitar, and while I'm getting my guitar, we need to ask if anyone has anyone for whom you would like us to be saying prayers of healing, and I need you guys to do that for me while I get my guitar. Ready, go. Point to them, please. Thank you. That's good. Everybody? Is that Yogi? Did we get everybody? Do we have to do it again? We forgot to say call out the names? You want them to do it again, or we got it? Okay, good. Everybody, you got it? All right, you got this. Sing with me. Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha lehavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. I lost my place in the middle of that one there, guys, thinking so hard. All right, so now we are on the bottom of page 18, and we are about to lift the Torah to get ready to put it away. So I need everyone to get ready to stand as Cole lifts the Torah in such a way as to not drop it and make everybody have to fast for 40 days. Wait a sec. Ready? Hold on. He's got this. You got this. You got this. Take it and slide it. Ready? Keep going. You got this. More fulcrum. No, that's okay. More fulcrum. More cowbell. Ready? Go. Yeah, let's roll it. Way to go. We didn't drop it. Right. You may be seated. The class is going to continue with reading the Haftarah reading. The Haftarah reading for Shavuot is the story of the book of Ruth. They're not going to do the whole book of Ruth. They're going to do a little bit of it. But it's a wonderful story that talks about someone important who decided to take on the responsibilities of being Jewish, a little bit like what they have chosen to do. Ready? All right, you guys go to stand up and do your Haftarah. Ready? Baruch
Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratzav v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torah u'b'Moshe abdo U'Yisrael amo u'b'nvi'ei ha'emet v'tzedek. In the days when the judges ruled, there was a famine in the land, and a man of Bethlehem in Judah, with his wife and 2 sons, went to reside in the country of Moab. This man's name was Elimelech, his wife's name was Naomi, and his 2 sons were named Mahlon and Kilion, Ephrathites of Bethlehem and Judah. They came to the country of Moab and remained there.
Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left with her 2 sons. They married Moabite women, one named Orpah and the other Ruth, and they lived there about 10 years. Then those 2, Melion and Kilion, also died. So the women were left without her 2 sons and without her husband.
She started out with her daughters-in-law to return from the country of Moab. For in the country of Moab she had heard that God had taken note of the people of Israel and given them food. Accompanied by her 2 daughters-in-law, she left the place where she had been living, and they set out on the road back to the land of Judah.
But Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-law, "Turn back, each of you, to your mother's house. May God deal kindly with you, as you have dealt with the dead and with me. May God grant that each of you find security in the house of a husband." And she kissed them farewell. They broke into weeping and said to her, "No, we will return with you to your people."
But Naomi replied, "Turn back, my daughters. Why should you go with me? Have I any more sons in my body who might be husbands for you? Turn back, my daughters, for I am too old to be married. Even if I thought there was hope for me, even if I were married tonight and I also bore sons, should you wait for them to grow up? Should you, on their account, debar yourselves from marriage? Oh no, my daughters, my lot is far more bitter than yours, for the hand of God has struck out against me."
They broke into weeping again, and Orpah kissed her mother-in-law farewell. But Ruth clung to her. So she said, "See, your sister-in-law has returned to her people and her gods. Go follow your sister-in-law."
But Ruth replied,
Do not urge
Do not-
me to leave
No,
you."
it's not. "Do not urge me to leave you, to turn back and not follow you. For wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. Thus and more may God do to me, if anything but death parts me from you." When Naomi saw how determined she was to go with her, she ceased to argue with her, and the 2 went on until they reached Bethlehem.
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur kol ha'olam, tzaddik b'chol hadorot, ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer ve'oseh, ha'medaber u'mekayem, shekol devarav emet b'tzedek.
For the Torah, for the privilege of worship, for the prophets, for Shabbat, and for this day of Shavuot, that you, Adonai our God, have given us for holiness and rest, for gladness and joy, for glory and beauty. For all these things, Adonai our God, we thank and bless you. May your name be blessed by every living being. Praised are you, Adonai our God, for sanctifying Shabbat, Israel, and the festivals.
We continue by returning the Torah to the Ark on page 20. As the Ark is open, I'm going to need everyone who has a Torah with them to come and return them to the Ark also. Page 20, we sing. When Torah entered the world, freedom entered it.
The whole Torah exists only to establish peace.
Its highest teaching is love and kindness.
What is hateful to you, do not do to any person.
That is the whole Torah. All the rest is commentary. Go and learn it.
Those who study Torah are the true guardians of civilization.
Honoring one another, doing acts of kindness, and making peace, these are our highest duties.
But the study of Torah is equal to them all, because it leads to them all.
Let us learn in order to teach.
Let us learn in order to do.
Adonai, closed, you may be seated. The confirmation class each have things that they want to say to you. Others? This one?
Throughout this year, being in confirmation class, we have talked about a variety of different topics, but they have all led back to Judaism. It has taught me that with whatever I do in life, I will somehow always get led back to Judaism. It's sometimes hard being the odd one out or always being different from others, but now I realize that it's a good thing and I should be proud of being Jewish. I'm so glad I have such a great group of friends that I can share that with. I have loved growing up with every single one of you. You have all helped me learn and grow as a person, and I would be so different without you all. I feel so comfortable and at home around you all, and I'm so lucky to have you guys. I hope as we all get older that we can keep in touch and that we all stay friends. I also want to thank all of my non-Jewish best friends for all the endless times y'all have been dragged to Sunday school with me after our sleepovers and being forced to sing all those songs in Hebrew. Rabbi Jana, thank you for teaching me everything I know about Judaism. I'm so thankful that I can talk to you about anything and everything, and it won't be awkward or uncomfortable at all. You always find a way to fix things and to find a way around any problem. I'm so blessed to have you in my life. I also want to thank my parents for everything and for shaping me into the person I am today. I love y'all so much. And thanks to everyone who came out tonight for our confirmation.
Judaism has helped me build onto my musical abilities. Being in this close-knit community and going to sing the prayers every Friday night is really great vocal practice. And it allows me to do things like be one of the few freshmen to be involved in the Magnet Fall musical and get into Beauchant, which is the upper-level choir at Magnet. Very cool. Anyone who spends enough time with me knows that there is always a song working itself through in my head. When I was young, on the Friday night prayers were the songs I knew best, and I would often sing them on long summer road trips, to the annoyance of some family members. Even in our short time together in confirmation class, we spent a few classes discussing items appearing in a Judaic history-themed parody of Billy Joel's song, "We Didn't Start the Fire." It's everywhere, music. I know my future will ultimately be spent in a synagogue each Friday night, breaking away from the stress of the world. In theater, people often say they love acting because while it involves drama and conflict, it allows them to forget their own drama and conflict outside the door to work on the character's issues. And this is similar because when we walk in here on every Friday night, Rabbi tells us to let go of our issues and baggage and just enjoy Shabbat. The connection between music and my life and my Judaism are everywhere. In math class and beginning of school, they ask us a bunch of questions, like to introduce us to our teacher, and one of them is, who is our role model? And a lot of the times I put Rabbi, because she's really nice to everyone, and it's just, she gives off positive vibes, and it's really nice, and I want to be like that. And the confirmation class is really nice too, because I left in second grade because my mom wanted me to be culturally enriched, so I went to what's it called, when you learn to take the bread stuff, communion. There we go. And then I came back here and I was like, I don't remember a lot of these, like I do, but like I haven't seen them. And they welcomed me back with open arms, and that's really sweet. And we grew up together, and it's cool. Bye. Bye.
Can you tell some of this wasn't scripted?
From the very beginning, I knew I was different. At first, I could not pinpoint what exactly made me different than the rest. Over time, I came to a realization that one of the things that set me apart from the rest was my religion. Many kids in my classes classify as a Christian, but I am a Jew, and I am proud and honored to represent the Jewish population, especially in the South. The Jewish population in the South is decreasing, meaning that coming in contact with us is unexpected. Being Jewish is not a weakness, nor is it a weapon of defense. The way I see it is that being a Jew is a great opportunity. What you do with this opportunity is up to you. I believe that being Jewish gives me the power and courage to stand up for others. I'm able to stand up for my fellow Jews and our beliefs, while I can educate others that are not familiar with Judaism. For me, the difference between Jews and other religions is how we interpret ideas or opinion statements that could tilt several different ways. Also, being able to see things in opposing perspectives. The ability to sympathize for others is a great quality. I feel that many of my Jewish classmates possess the ability to understand while being able to speak the truth. This is only the beginning of my Jewish journey. I have completed my bar mitzvah and now my confirmation studies. However, I do not plan to stop anytime soon. I will continue to learn more about Judaism. Being Jewish has influenced my life for the better, and I'm grateful to have such a great role model in my life. I thank Rabbi and everyone else who have taken a part in my Jewish experience so far. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. As most of y'all know, I have not lived here in Shreveport for the majority of my life, and for the few years I've lived here, it's been amazing. Our prompt for the sermon is what it means to you and how you feel about being Jewish and what you plan to do with it in the future. Well, the answer to this prompt has a simple answer: home. Let me explain. Many of y'all in here think of home as a house or your family. Both things still are good, but home is so much more than that. When I think of the word home, I think of the feeling you get when you feel an overwhelming amount of safety and security. Sure, you get this from waking up in your bed every morning and seeing your family, but I get this feeling as well when I think of my faith. The things I have learned about my religion these past 15 years have made me an overall better person and have given me the feeling of security. There are times, however, when the home can hit a downfall. For instance, when you have a fight with a family member, or your bed breaks and you have to sleep on the floor, or you're told some negative things about believing what I believe by other people. But you always get back up. You apologize, you get a new bed, and you stick your chin up higher and be the better person. I have never thought of myself as being something other than Jewish. I have always been confident in my religion. One big thing that I like about being Jewish, is that we're all a big community, and even in times of crisis, won't let each other down, especially when we witness acts of anti-Semitism. Even after hearing about the horrible anti-Semitic events on the news, we come to synagogue every Friday evening, and mourn their losses. But we do that as a community. In the future, I hope to have a strong Jewish community wherever I might be, but I already know that I can be proud of my Judaism no matter where I am. Wherever that is, I want to learn and explore more of my religion in years to come. I want to thank everyone in my class. Thank you. This is the script from yesterday. I edited it. It's on my phone. This is the one from yesterday. I edited it after.
Okay.
There was like a big paragraph. Okay. It's okay. I had a great time with you this year, learning about Jewish stuff. Thank you, Rabbi, for making this class feel like we're having random conversations, but you always link it back to Judaism somehow. I realize now how much we've learned. I have loved y'all as a group, and I bid y'all good luck as I leave for New Jersey. I know all of you will do well for yourselves. Also, thank you to the congregation for attending my bat mitzvah and any other time I have led the service. They were all so much fun, and I'm glad you went along with it. Y'all have been one of the best communities I've ever seen. Thank you to my family for being supportive of me these past 15 years and for taking me to Sunday school every Sunday and waking me up every morning, even though that sucked. So to everyone here, I bid you one last Shabbat Shalom.
I messed up. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
She wrote another one. Sent it to me just before the service, and they didn't give it to her. Sorry about that.
For me, being Jewish or being part of the Jewish faith is not just about wearing the Star of David around your neck. It's how you take all the lessons we learn in religious school and apply them to our everyday life. Being a member of B'nai Zion congregation has always given me a great feeling because everyone is very accepting. The community is one big family and will welcome anyone who walks through our doors with open arms. Growing up in this temple and starting Sunday school as a toddler, I have many memories to look back on. A few of those memories are going down to services on Sunday mornings and learning the Jewish songs that we sing at services and all the special holidays. Another memory is attending Camp Chi as a camper, going on field trips and making challah in the kitchen. Some of these memories are still in the making, even though I'm being confirmed tonight. This is not in my affiliation with B'nai Zion in the Jewish community. I will still be a part of the Jewish community in many different ways. For starters, I will continue to be a counselor during the summers at Camp Chi, reliving all the fun things I got to do as a camper. I also plan to become a part of the Madrahim team on Sunday mornings. I would not be getting confirmed tonight without the help of a lot of great people. Thank you to all my teachers who have dedicated their Sunday mornings to teach religious school. Thank you to everyone in my class who have made Sundays more enjoyable. Thank you to my family for leading me by example and making me the person that I am today. But mostly thank you, Rabbi, for everything she does for me and the community and making all of this possible.
Wow, thank you.
Recently, Rabbi asked us what it means to be Jewish, and honestly, most of us were, and maybe still are, stumped. With the recent events going on in the world, it's hard to know exactly what to say. I've been Jewish my whole life, and it means a lot of different things. But the more I got thinking, I realized that there's no right or wrong answer to this question. Last week, I went to Camp Dream Street, a camp for disabled children that NIFTY members run. Each NIFTY member is assigned to a camper of their own. This year, I was JJ's counselor. JJ has spina bifida, a defect on the spine in which parts of the spinal cord are exposed through a gap in the backbone. It can affect people in different ways, but for JJ, it affected her walking and different ways that she used the bathroom. Being JJ's counselor was so much fun, but I think I can speak for most of the counselors at Dream Street when I say that this was one of the most tiring tasks I've ever done. Most of the week, I got little to no sleep, but JJ and I were still having the time of our lives. Every second of my day was spent hanging out with and taking care of JJ and making sure that she was still having a blast, which I never realized was so much work. Thanks, Mom. I was so focused on her that I didn't notice how fast the week was flying by, and when it got to the last day, I realized that not only JJ, but all the other campers that I had gotten close to were leaving, and I got really sad. The point of that long story is that the week showed me that being Jewish is about being selfless. Me and many other Jewish counselors went through such a hard week just to make all the campers happy. We did this not because someone asked us to, but because we really wanted to. This is a quality I've noticed in almost every Jewish person I have met. Being Jewish has given me the opportunity to meet so many people like myself and be involved in a community of loving and accepting people that practice B'Tselem Elohim, in the image of God, and truly believe that everyone is made in the image of God and should be treated like it. I think that's what being Jewish means to me. I would like to say thank you to my Mimi for always supporting me and guiding me down the right path and introducing me into this loving community and faith. I would also like to say thank you to my mom for always teaching and encouraging me and involving me in not only my Judaism and everything else in my life. My dad, who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, for making me feel safe and comfortable in my faith despite all of the recent events. I would also like to say thank you to my classmates. Most of us have been together since kindergarten, and I would like to say thank you for making these past years the best and going on this crazy journey with me. And lastly, I would like to say thank you to Rabbi and all of my previous teachers. I honestly wouldn't be where I am today without you guys. Whether you believe it or not, you have all been a major part in shaping me into who I am today, and I cannot say thank you enough for all the time, patience, support, and love you have all given me since such a young age. Each and every one of you has taught me lessons that I will continue to practice and teach in my everyday life and hopefully someday pass on to a family of my own. This community has prepared me to take on the world as a proud Jewish woman, and I truly feel loved and accepted here, and I've come to realize that that's because we're Jewish, and that's just what we do.
Thank you.
When I was really young, my parents received a call inviting me to start attending religious school at B'nai Zion. I didn't know why I was going to school on a Sunday, and I certainly didn't know what B'nai Zion was. Is that even English? In those early years, my commitment to Judaism was based largely around food. My favorite memories being the cakewalk at Purim Carnival, Bethany Sorky's challah, and hamantashen and latkes. In the following years, my love for these foods continued to grow. What motivated me further was the idea of a huge party in honor of my becoming a bat mitzvah. I had attended many of these, all very extravagant, for my cousins in New York. Very extravagant. And I couldn't wait to have my own. Sure, there was the initial disappointment that I couldn't have mine in New York too, as I had always hoped. So instead, I settled on a New York-themed party here in Shreveport. While preparing for my bat mitzvah, I realized it's not all about the party, or even all about the food. Who would have thought? I began to develop pride in being Jewish, and in my accomplishments of becoming a Jewish adult, especially reading from the Torah to all my friends and family. This sense of pride accompanied me into my confirmation year, where I began to gain an appreciation for my religion that surpassed all previous motivations. Learning about Judaism's history during class with Rabbi Jana and during my world history class at school allowed me to value not only the traditions that I had been exposed to, but also the foundations upon which our religion is based. By studying these basic beliefs, I realized how special Judaism is, and my love and pride of being Jewish deepened. As I look back at more than a decade of studying here at B'nai Zion, I see that we walk the talk and we practice what we preach. We don't just read the Torah, we seek to understand and question it. We don't just think about doing good in the world, we give tzedakah, we plant trees, and we help our community. And this is why I'm thankful for my Jewish upbringing here at B'nai Zion, and for my parents and Rabbi Jana, who have helped me exemplify these crucial values in my everyday life. And thank you to my confirmation class. We're on the wall now.
It's a strange thing for me to be here for this class because I've known them since they were all really little, this specific group. In fact, Katie, when you were reading, I was remembering that when I moved here, your mom was my babysitter for Max, who was only 2 at the time. And we go back a long, long time, me and a lot of your families. I've been there for many things, and I can't tell you how much it means for you to honor us the way you have tonight. I'm really proud of each of you. So at this time, I'm going to invite John Black, our president, to come up. And he has some things he wants to say on behalf of the congregation, and we have some gifts for you as well.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Confirmation always comes at a great time for me personally, because I think I always start to have questions and wonder about our younger generation, and this always gives me the opportunity to see special people like these 7 young adults, and I always end up leaving confirmation with a renewed confidence in our future. So again, very special. Y'all were wonderful. I enjoyed being there. I know everybody else did as well. I know how proud your parents and your grandparents are of you, and as a representative of B'nai Zion, of the B'nai Zion family, we're very proud of you as well. Thank you. We have
We want you to come up here,
confirmation
please.
certificates and presents as well. So again, I ask Martin.
Yeah, probably. Sorry about that.
Paul? Maddie? Congratulations. Melina? Rachel?
It's the hardest part.
Katie? And Ceci? Very
Oh, wait.
Rabbi, we have
Yes?
a little something for you too.
Go back that way.
We already got it.
Come stand. Come here,
Oh,
everybody.
no.
I get hugs first. I didn't get to hug you when you got your presents. You guys, I'm going to miss having our weeks together. We're going to have to like just pizza or something together. I'm so proud of each one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to guess this may have had something to do with the pen, huh? Yeah. That's why. And oh, seriously? All right. You may be seated unless you have something else you have to say or do. Okay, be seated. We now have a chance. The president's going to say something else.
Quick announcements. We do have Shavuot morning service will be Sunday, June 9th, 11 a.m. We'll include a Yizkor memorial service. And on Saturday.
Yeah, that comes first. No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I don't know why they came out of order. I'm so sorry, yes. So tomorrow we have Torah study and services, and following that we have, yes, that's tomorrow morning.
And tomorrow night,
12:30. No,
we have a
12:30.
chance to wish Cantor Neil Schwartz well at a luncheon at Agudath Akim. On June 13th, we will celebrate the 613 mitzvah, the commandments, by getting together for a social gathering at 6:13 p.m. at Jabez and Jabez on Uri Drive.
So did you get that? We get together at 6:13 on 6:13 for the 6:13. It's so cool.
This would be the second time we've done that. So RSVP is helpful, not necessary. The restaurant would like to know how many people to set tables for. Simcha Shabbat for birthdays and anniversaries in June will be next Friday, June 14th. Everyone with birthdays or anniversaries during June will be blessed and honored. There will be bingo night for the Jewish community. Jewish Federation is sponsoring B'nai Zion on Thursday, June 27th, 5:30 to 7:30. And there will be 2 Jewish Federation-sponsored day camps this summer. Shalom Arts Camp will be July 15th to 19th at Agudath Akim, and Camp Kai will be July 22nd to August 2nd at B'nai Zion. Donations were made to B'nai Zion for the pulpit flowers in honor of the confirmation class by B'nai Zion Sisterhood, in loving memory of Lionel Altus and Bessie Friedenthal by Carolyn Murov and family, in loving memory of Mary Joseph Golder by Kathy Plant, and in loving memory of Delbert Plant by Jennifer Boiter and family. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. So 2 things are going to happen on the bottom of page 21, but I have to warn you about what's happening on page 21. I get to bless the confirmands in front of the open ark, so I'm going to give you a warning that we will be opening the ark, and the tradition is that when the ark is open, you're supposed to stand. It may not be comfortable for everybody to stand for the few minutes it's going to take me to say something in private, in front of everybody, in front of the open ark. So if you need to sit, it's perfectly understandable. And then we'll continue with the Aleinu. I'll give you the signal for that. That'll be on page 22. But I wanted to remind you that even though we're commemorating Shavuot starting tonight, if you're counting, when it gets dark tonight, what number are you supposed to be counting of the Omer tonight? 49 tonight. So for those of you who are counting, it's 49 tonight. We are pretending that we're already at Shavuot, which means tomorrow night, but I want to remind you to count 49 after the sun goes down tonight. So on page 21, I invite you to please rise as the ark is open, as I bless the confirmation class.
makavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamakim hakadosh baruch hu.
And when the ark is closed, you may be seated. Yeah, you can, well, not Rachel. Not Rachel, but everybody else can sit. You may be seated. Rachel stays. Yeah, this is your part.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I know. But you didn't. It's
Okay.
right there.
Thank
Go
you.
for it.
Okay, go. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. Loved, each of us, for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer and fear doubt and despair.
Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity.
Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light of the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
On that day, O God, you shall be one, and your name shall be one.
V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
We continue on page 23. There is a tradition for some people that if you have not lost any immediate relatives, that you do not stay for Yizkor. If you choose to leave, you're welcome to step out for a moment, and we'll call you back when it's time to come back in again. That was the tradition in my family, for example. They're not done with you yet, but if that's your tradition, you're welcome to step out. And if you want, you can refer to these books. They include an insert with the Yizkor list of the people we've lost this year, and they include all of the names of the people for whom people had made donations. It includes a list of everyone whose names were on the memorial board with plaques at the beginning of the year 5779. Okay, we're settled. And the child asked, "Tell me of life." And the sage answered, "Life, my child, is a mystery. We do not ask to be born, nor do we even understand the meaning of birth, of creation. We grow and we experience life's pleasures and pains. We love, and slowly, oh so slowly, we come to realize that we have become, that we are. At that moment, we humble ourselves before the mystery of life and quietly say, 'Though I knew not, I have been granted the most precious gift of all, the gift of life.' And the child asked, 'Tell me of death.' And the sage answered, 'Death, my child, is a mystery. It is the inevitable return of the gift of life, the gift which came free to us. We live as the trustee of that mysterious being, of that unexplainable becoming. Yes, you and I are but the trustees of life. We nurture it, we delight in it, we give of it to others, and at the appointed time, we sadly, yet with pride, return it from whence it came. The beauty, my child, is that what we are, what we have become, remains long after the gift has been returned. It remains as a precious keepsake with our loved ones who live on." The Yizkor section is found on page 24. This time we remember everyone who lost their lives, who have been connected with our congregation since the beginning of 5779. We'll have another opportunity to remember them on Sunday morning at 11 on Shavuot. We remember Claire Anthony and Joe Batt Sr., James E. Boyder, Lucy Abramson Branis, Neil Durham, Oralee Harrison, Sidney Kirk Harold, Peter Haas, Dr. Richard Langford, Elaine Levin, Irvin Levine, Roger Levy, Dorothy Yearwood McGovern, Dr. Eugene Jean Shafton, Jacqueline Tippett Smith, Barbara Sugar, Helen Wiseman. The recent deaths we remember include the casualties at Virginia Beach Municipal Center. We remember these congregants whose parents died within this past year. We remember Clifford Bear and Joe Batt and Peter Haas. We acknowledge that this year, since the beginning of January, we've lost 17 people in our military, including the one casualty this week of the person at West Point who died during a training exercise. We lost 47 police officers this year. We've lost 7 canine officers, and we've lost 19 firefighters. The people for whom we're observing Yortzeit this week include Barbara Lane Bronner, Lionel Eltis, Bessie W. Friedenthal, Walter L. Gerson, Mary Joseph Golder, H. Lewis Helperin, Zena Hyman, Abe J. Katz, Rosa Sauer Katzenstein, Marseille Manasseh, Louis A. Moss, Delbert Plant, A.M. Rosen, Fanny Katz Rosenfield, and Julia E. Rotman. El Malei Rachamim Shochen Bam Romim, O God full of compassion, eternal spirit of the universe, grant perfect rest under the wings of your presence to our loved ones who have entered eternity. Master of mercy, let them find refuge forever in the shadow of your wings, and let their souls be bound up in the bond of eternal life. The eternal God is their inheritance. May they rest in peace, and let us say, Amen. The Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 25. Please rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv, v'imru Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach la'alam u'lalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'alev v'yithalal, shemei d'kudsha b'richu, La'elam min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. You may be seated. Page 26.
We are on the road, God, with one of many choices made. Our decision confirmed, our travels begun, we seek knowledge.
Perhaps only the knowledge to choose again, for our life is just beginning as the long road unwinds. One route is chosen, for we have taken the path blazed by Jews' heritage and beliefs. That is why the synagogue is so central for our journey.
We realize, God, that many streets and many roads will cross our paths and confuse our direction.
Many oblique questions will cloud our senses and trouble us in our search for knowledge. We look to you for a clue as to which questions are just and bear answering.
We know that our answers must be realized within ourselves, and we alone can determine which directions our life will take.
As our journey continues, we search for the hope, we search for the faith, and we search for the guidance that are so badly needed to help us make good choices.
With your help, O God, we will strive to achieve what is ours to accomplish. We thank you, God, for the path and direction to find our way in the world.
The families have provided a wonderful next Shabbat, but first they would like to invite any of their siblings to please come here so that we can say a blessing for the motzi, so that, I think we can, come here. Down here. Hold on to the bottom. And hold on over there in the center. I'll go get your microphone. You ready? Get set. Go.
We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in songs together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz
I hold the bottom. You, everybody grab. Grab. Everybody gets some. Make sure everybody has. Yay. They're good at this part. There's plenty more challah thanks to the Smet family who made it. We now. No. That's so sweet.
I'm good.
All right. So as I get my guitar.
Thank you.
What a nice guy. You sure you have to go to New Jersey? So the confirmation class chose to do their recessional to, Hine Matov, because it means how good and how pleasant it is when all of us are here together in unity. But before that, I would like to invite you, before they leave, they're going to walk out while we stay and sing, but before that I invite you to please rise as the class helps bless you. Get ready? You're going to help me. As I bless them, they bless you. Ready? Go. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'choneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Do you feel it? Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face be lifted up to you. And may God grant you peace. And I think it says, I'm supposed to put this all the way here. So we're going to sing one verse, and then you guys can start marching out. Ready? Hine matov u'manaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, ya la 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 la. Hine matov, ya la 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 la. Hine matov manaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov manaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, ya la 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 la. What happened? You chicken out? Hine matov, ya la 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 la. Hine matov u'manaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Mazel tov, everybody. Shabbat shalom.